Hey guys, it's Scared Eye 7 from Scared Eye Productions, and today I will be teaching you how to do a Fakie Shuvit. The Fakie Shuvit is a great trick to learn in order to turn your board around 180 as a great basis for tricks like the big spin and double rainbow, and it's also just a fun trick. A couple things to learn before you do the Fakie Shuvit is your Fakie pivots. You're going to want to learn how to ride on your board, of course, and you're going to want to learn at least one kind of Shuvit trick. Alright, so for your Fakie Shuvit, you're going to want to have that back foot in the same position as the one you have for your Fakie pivot. So I'm not going to go into too much detail for that. But your front foot, that's where it may change. So your front foot will change depending on your height and weight. So if you feel that the board is very heavy for you, put your front foot far back. But if you feel it's light, put it far forward, and vice versa. I advise a beginner puts it in the middle, but you can put it in however position you feel comfortable. You can kind of like test it around a bit. So for the Fakie Shuvit, there are 3 steps. The first step is going to be the change in motion and the compression decompression. The second step is going to be the actual shove motion. And the third step is going to be the final change in motion and landing. Alright, so your first step of this trick is going to be the change in motion and weight. And for this is going to be kind of a complicated thing. So you're going to start out with basically all your weight on your front foot. But as you start to move into the shuvit, you're going to transfer that weight. So you're going to transfer it from your front foot to your back foot. And it's basically going to be the same weight transfer that you use for a Fakie pivot. Except the only thing now is that you're going to want to kind of loosen up on your front foot and do more of a dragging back motion with your back foot. The second step of this trick is going to be the actual scooping motion. Now, what is a scoop? A scoop is basically the act of turning your board 180 degrees, or the rotation of your board that is going around, and this is done by your back foot primarily in a dragging back or moving forward motion. Now in this case, it's going to be a dragging back motion. So after you change your weight from your front foot to your back foot, you're gonna have all that momentum built up, and it's going to be easy for you to shove the board back. Now the main error that could occur while doing this is that your back foot just goes straight to the ground. So when you scoop, you're going to want to scoop and go and bring it up. So you want to do a back scoop, so you want to scoop back and up and allow your back foot to be above the board. And your front foot, that foot is basically going to do nothing, but it does have a crucial role because your front foot will always be with the board. It will always follow the board. So your front foot's always going to follow the board, and your back foot is scooping. And if both of them are above, once that happens, you should be ready for the third step. Don't forget to jump with this trick, because if you don't jump, then it's not going to look that good, and it will not be able to move at all, because your jumping power actually helps the board to spin easier. So the third and final step of this trick is going to be the actual landing. And this is a very important step, because otherwise, if you don't do this good, you're not going to be able to land. So some important parts about this trick is your feet. So your front foot is always going to be following the board. It's never going to be doing anything like flicking or doing any kind of extra scoop. Your back foot will be scooping the board, and it's important that it scoops back and up so that it's able to scoop and actually do the shovel rotation in order to be ready to land. Now this is where your landing will come in. Since your front foot is not really doing anything, going to stop the board. Once the board comes around 180, you put your front foot down on the board and it will stop it. And once your front foot anchors on the board, it will be easy for your back foot to just hop right on there. Once both your feet are on, you can bend your knees, land, and roll away. While doing the Fakie Shuvit, there are many common errors that could occur. One of the most common errors that could occur is too much rotation and not enough jumping. And this could occur when you're rolling at a very small amount of speed, in which you don't have enough momentum to actually throw the board around easy. So you kind of do it too hard of a kick on the board. And this could occur, and the way to prevent this is to try to go with a lot more speed and to try to jump forward, because you probably were jumping forward more if you had this common error. Because as you can see in this example, when you jump forward, you're going to land forward, and your front foot will catch the board, but the front foot here misses the board. So instead of just jumping straight up, you just jump straight up and forward. Another thing you're going to want to do is try to rotate less, but you also need to try to go with more speed, kind of combine those two things together to make it look really fluid. Another common error that could occur is only landing with one foot on the board, and this could be caused by many things. First of all, when you rotate it, with your back foot, instead of rotating back and up, you rotate it back and down. This could cause your back foot to go straight to the ground, and that could cause you only to land with one foot. But it could also be the result of your front foot missing the board. Or you could just be really timid and not really want to land on the board. You can be kind of scared. And it's kind of like a mental thing actually with longboarding and tricks that you don't put your foot on the ground for, because it's like, how do I do it? The way that I would do it is practice your previous tricks and kind of see where is the most scariest part for you in that case. And for this entire step, that's really an important part. Go back to each initial step and see where you're kind of messing up on. Where do I need to improve on? Perfect that step. Come back and this common error will no longer be an error. The final error that could occur while trying this trick is not enough rotation and missing the board completely. And first of all, the rotation can occur basically by not being too confident and only kind of rotating it a bit in order to try to land more clearly on the board, because you feel that if you focus more on your landing, less on rotation, you'll actually be able to land clearly. But you got to put just as much effort in the rotation as you do in your landing. So make sure you put that 100% and rotate that board around 180. It can also be just because you're timid or any other kind of factors as well. Now with your body, that could be a result of you basically kind of being overconfident, get unfocused and land unclearly on the board, or you just have no idea where to land and you just miss it. What I can say for that is to make sure you always keep your eye on the board and tune out any kind of surroundings. Alright guys, this is my tutorial on how to Fakie Shuvit. I really hope you enjoy it. This is such a fun trick and I really hope you just get this trick down completely and conquer it. There's so many fun variations you can do with this trick, and I know you're gonna have a lot of fun. Stay tuned on this channel for further videos and new ideas, and as always, I will see you in the next video.